Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Spin Rack. This is Mars here, and today I'm talking about that story that dropped from Bleeding Cool, the one that they're saying that DC is going to basically pick up the Punisher logo and dust it off and start using it. So let's get into it. So DC has a new Absolute Power event that's coming on this summer, and Amanda Waller, she basically creates a group, and this group, Task Force 7, is a group that's going to be going after superheroes, either capturing or getting rid of them for the government. This is an event that's been leading up. The Absolute Power event has been leading up for a couple of years now, and so now this is going to be the climax of it. Doesn't it sound a little bit like Dark Reign? But hey, what can I say? These comic book companies are always stealing ideas from each other. Hopefully, at least at the very least, that it's a good story when they roll it out. But hey, getting back to Task Force 7, when you look at their logo, it looks like it's a skull. It's like a more narrower skull than the typical skull used by the Punisher. And I'm thinking like, why would they do this? Duh, it's an extremely popular logo. I mean, something that Marvel has been running away from, and understandably. Why? Because you've had a bunch of quacks, extremists, militias, and unfortunately, even cops picking up where the Punisher, who's basically a force of nature or revenge. He's out to take care of the bad guys that the cops weren't willing to take off. And having cops wear a symbol like that, well, especially when they're working, is nuts. I mean, I think there's one point where in one of the comics, basically where a cop is like using the Punisher logo or saying, "Hey, I like what you're doing," and the Punisher just pushes back and says, "Yo, bro, the person you really should be emulating or use as a model is Captain America, not me." And of course, because he's a vigilante and he knows it. Cops are supposed to uphold law and order. Now, we know, like I said, it's a hot logo, and it's a logo that probably made Marvel millions, tens of millions of dollars, or probably more. And so, I mean, this is one of the reasons you see Punisher movies and TV shows. They've been trying to do several Punisher movies over the years, and they just can't seem to connect, you know. But I think eventually they will finally get the right aspects of the character up and down, and either well, let me tell you, connect. That's no, they it did connect in Netflix, but I'm talking about the movies. It hasn't been a huge success, but it's a character and the symbol that people know generally what it is. This is a guy who's going to go after anyone who's done bad, that the police have not been able to get. What happened with Marvel is that they dropped it, or they lessened it because they didn't want to be associated with those extremist groups or one particular side in a particular political debate. Okay, but in doing so, you leave the door open for DC to come in and use it. Hey, I'm seeing their official their new logo for Task Force 7. To me, it doesn't look as good as it did for the Punisher. But hey, when you leave the door open for others, particularly someone as savvy as DC, to step in and take your own logo that you've built over many years, I think that's a problem. Yes, you can have problems with different people using your symbol and trying to change it, but you got to fight back, especially for something as valuable, if you ask me, as the Punisher logo. So I'm saying they need to get their act together. They can't let this go because DC will take it over. You know them, and next thing you know, they'll have another quasi Punisher comic on their list. And what is Marvel going to do then? If they start developing their own Punisher. Okay, so hey, just want to say thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, subscribe, gives us a thumb up, and comment. Spin a rack out.